Jai Hind, my dear students. I am Akriti Gupta. I am assistant professor in Ajay Kumar Garg Engineering College, Ghaziabad. So today I am going to take lecture on power plant engineering, which is fourth year subjects. Here I am going to present the introduction topics of power plant engineering. So this is a modern layout of power plant, any power plant that is shown here. So it is a branch of engineering which is essential field that deals with the design, construction and operations of power plant. So power plant basically where the electricity or power production is done. So in this we will have a look on different kind of power plants. So in the design structure of power plant, in manufacturing capacity of the power plant, and also the efficiency that is being produced by any power plant, specifically for steam power plant. Today we will cover it. So in the basic power generation system, here are some important terms that are very important to cover here. First is fossil fuel power plants, second is nuclear power plants, and third one is renewable energy power plants. So in case of fossil fuel power plants, basically here any solid fuel or basically that is important for production of power, that is generally taken as coal. Fossil fuel power plants are the most common type of power plant in the world. They use the combustion of fossil fuels such as coal, oil and natural gases to generate electricity. These plants are relatively inexpensive to build and operate, but they are also a major source of greenhouse gas emissions. So this is the drawback of fossil fuel power plants. Another one is nuclear power plants, where radioactive materials are used for power production. So nuclear power plants are nuclear fission to generate electricity. They produce large amounts of electricity with relatively low greenhouse gas emissions. So this is very important factor to cover here. That is, in case of nuclear power plants, the greenhouse gas emission is very low, but they also pose risk of accidents and radioactive waste disposal, as they provide the exposure to radioactive elements. So here is the risk of radioactive waste disposal. Renewable energy power plants. So renewable energy power plants harness energy from natural sources such as wind, solar, hydro, geothermal and biomass. So these are the major source of renewable energy power plants. These plants are environmentally friendly, but they can be more expensive to build and their output can be intermittent. So in case of efficiency, if we talk about, then fossil fuel power plants are majorly used. In types of power plants, one is thermal power plant, nuclear power plant that we have covered. Another one is in case of renewable energy, that is very most common power plant. Another one is renewable energy power plant. So in case of hydroelectric power plants, the water is used to produce electricity. So we will cover all of these power plants one by one. Before going through the power plants, we have to have a little knowledge of what is conventional type of energy sources and what is non-conventional of energy sources. In case of conventional energy sources, these are those that have been used for a long time and are readily available. They include fossil fuels such as coal, oil and natural gases. These sources are relatively inexpensive, but they also contribute to environmental pollution and climate change. But in case of non-conventional energy sources, they are basically sources those that are relatively new and have the potential to be more sustainable. So this is very important factor, that is sustainability. They include renewable sources such as solar, wind, hydro, geothermal and biomass. These sources are generally cleaner than conventional sources, but they can be more expensive and require advanced technology. So this is a basic difference between conventional and non-conventional energy sources. Now coming to the layout of modern thermal power plant or steam power plant. When we talk about the thermal power plant or steam power plant, then these are the basic elements that we have to cover. And starting with the boiler, this is the boiler. In case of boiler, the water is fed into the boiler and it is supplied to the turbine. This is the second element of steam power plant. First is boiler, second one is turbine, and then condenser, and then pump. So these are basic 4 elements of any steam power plant. But in the modern look of modern layout of thermal power plant, we have covered all the auxiliary systems of steam power plants. Like in case of boiler, it is coal handling system and fuel storage system. All are covered here. Also, the ash handling system and ash storage. This is all about the fuel. Then another hot air and economizer, where the air is supplied to the boiler for the burning of the fuel. After that, the turbine, the condensation from the turbine that is cooled in the cooling tower. So these are the auxiliary components of any steam power plants. Now let's talk about the ideal Rankine cycle of any thermal power plant. So steam power plants are basically work on this thermodynamic cycle that is known as Rankine cycle. It has 4 thermodynamic processes starting with point 1 to 2. This is isentropic process, point 1 to 2. This is an isobaric process. This one is, these both are again isentropic processes, and these two are isobaric processes. So, and this is the block diagram of a steam power plant. Here you can see the 4 components are there of any steam power plant. Starting with the pump, you can see point 1 here. Point 1 refers to inlet of the pump. Now at point 2, we get the outlet of the pump which is fed to the boiler. So energy is supplied or heat is supplied here, heat input at constant pressure. Heat is supplied to the boiler at constant pressure. Don't forget these thermodynamic process. You have to compare this block diagram with this thermodynamic processes. Now, at the inlet of the turbine, you can see the boiler that supplies the heat or in terms of steam to the turbine. Now, turbine expended all the steam to produce work output. The exit of the turbine, we get the water and which is we get the low pressure steam which is condensated at the condensation, that is condenser. So in the condenser, the steam is being condensed. Again, this cycle is completed. So this is the thermodynamic cycle of a steam power plant, and this is the block diagram of a steam power plant. So now another term come, that is how can we improve the efficiency of any Rankine cycle, because in this ideal Rankine cycle you can see we don't get the maximum efficiency, because this is ideal Rankine cycle. We cannot run it practically, which is not possible, because isobaric processes we cannot ideally achieve. In the same way, the isentropic processes we cannot ideally achieve these processes. There is some losses included in these processes, so we cannot have the ideal efficiency. So to run it practically, there are several methods employed in case of improvement in the efficiency of Rankine cycle. First method is superheating, another method is reheating, and another method is feed water heating. So in case of reheating or sometimes intercooling is also employed for improvement of the Rankine cycle. In case of intercooling, water is intercooled at this point 2 and we again pumped it to the boiler. So we get the process, thermodynamic process like this, and the work that we get here at the turbine is improved. If you see in the first diagram, if we get 0.3 to 0.4, the work done, now it will be improved from 3 dash to 4. So in this way, by intercooling, we can improve the efficiency of the steam power plant. In another method, which is reheating, again, in case of reheating, here at this point, we reheat the steam and we get this point here at the superheated zone. So you can see, in first case, if we are getting this work output, then in next case of reheating, we will get the work output W1 plus W2. So total work output will be increased. So again, we can improve the efficiency of Rankine cycle. So in this lecture, we have covered the basic of power plant engineering, and we have talked about the Rankine cycle, its introduction, and thermodynamic cycle, basic block diagram, modern layout of steam power plant. In the next lecture, we will cover the modified Rankine cycle. We will talk about, in our next lecture, modified Rankine cycle. So thank you for today's lecture. Thank you.